summer resort near Vasa swallowed up 4 Lund girls. Along with their small bones and sunbathed skins, an entire era vanished. 6 kilometers of winding coastline, a popular swimming spot in the 50s, rows of changing cabins, high reeds rustling in the wind. There you can find the era conservatives mourn. Back when parents could send their kids to the beach unsupervised, with 2 real for ice cream and bus fare in their summer shorts pockets. Worriedly shaking their heads and hiding the news from Messina, Grad, and Gottwald, where, so it seemed to them, every week, tiny skeletons were found, cast into someone's furnace. 1. Every week, someone's daughter, who had been kept in the basement for 30 years, escaped into the street and cried out for help. But not here. Here, there is social democracy and the soft peach blossoms of social democracy, its gentle social programs. From these progressive things, the broken soul of man starts to feel good. This strange technical urge to construct a secret underground room will never reach these outskirts. Here, we have a ventilation system whose openings on the garden lawn are disguised as miniature clay windmills. Those dark, feverish fits of the mind, they cool down in the chilly mist of the outskirts, the breath of distant blue glaciers. It freezes those sick thoughts in a man's head. Vasa, you'd rather live there. And then, one Tuesday morning, when there were white clouds in the blue sky, 4 sisters, Maj, or 5, Annie Elin, 12, Molin, 13, and Charlotte Lund, 14, go to the beach to swim together. They take 2 real in cash, 4 pairs of swimming clothes, food and drinks, and 2 large towels in 2 beach bags. At 9:30 a.m., they board the horse-drawn tram from Lovisa, a suburb of Vasa. The tram driver remembers them well. Today, 20 years later, it is the highlight of the day for Roland, who lives in a nursing home, when he can talk about it. The eldest bought tickets for everyone. To Charlotte's Shell, 40 cents, 10 cents per ticket. If they had gone even 1 stop further, it would have been 20 cents per ticket. I remember it very well. That's where the country lines start, and the tariff is twice as high. But my goodness, what a beautiful girl. So polite too. That oldest one, Charlotte. The old man rattles rhythmically. I didn't know it yet. I read it in the newspaper later. And then I went straight to the police, without delay. Every second counted. At 10:25 a.m., the girls get off at Charlotte's Jal Beach. They thank the tram driver, one by one, as they are good children. It's hot on the beach that morning, and there are only a few people. The girls then meet Agnetha, the ice cream shop saleswoman. Agnetha is still a student 20 years ago and works in an ice cream shop for her summer job. Molin and Anielin buy 4 ice creams, 2 vanilla, 1 lime, and 1 chocolate. The rest of the girls can't be seen. The blinds are drawn to block out the sun, and the only uncovered window is next to the counter, presenting a commercial display. On a weekday morning, the clientele is sparse. Young Agnetha knows the girls and their well-established taste preferences. Peppermint, Molin's favorite, is not available on that day, and thus, a little confusion arises. Unexpectedly, in addition to ice cream, the girls also buy 3 meat pies in oil batter. This brings the bill to 1 real and 50 cents. The girls exit the store, and Agnetha notices a man in their company from the uncovered window next to the counter. There's nothing more Agnetha can remember about the man. Age, height, clothing. Whether there was more than one man, or, as Agnetha would later wonder, if there even was a man. This is the last time the girls are ever seen again. The 4 daughters of Anne Margaret, who had been sworn in as Minister of Education 2 days ago, and paper manufacturer Carl Lund, disappear. The press starts a years-long love affair with the case. Every little detail is brought out in newspaper columns, and thus the Lund girls are brought deep into the memory of the nation. The disappearance story itself became one of the most prestigious, unsolved cases across the Real Belt. At about 12:40, 5 hours and 20 minutes before 6 o'clock, when the girls are expected home, and about 30 minutes before the ice cream shop, 3 boys are sitting in the living room. The sun is shining through the strip curtains, making the room look golden. The boys are classmates for 2 of the sisters. The tall, freckled boy is holding a phone to his ear. "Come on, call already. Do it," urges the blonde boy from behind. "Well, it doesn't make a great impression if I call like 3 hours before we agreed." The fat Ilmara immigrant pulls on the sleeve of the tall boy. "Really, Therese, call. Something's wrong." I know, says Therese, and the steel dial rings under his finger. The terrible noise of time approaches, the most violent sound in the world. There is no longer a golden light that falls on the room, but a very deep pale. All the distances there are insurmountable. There is a horror vacuum between every object and the next.